A Boy and His Bugs, Tajiri's early life and inspiration. Satoshi Tajiri, the creator of Pokémon, was born in 1965. He grew up in a suburb of Tokyo called Machida. Machida was a much quieter place then. Fields, forests and ponds surrounded Tajiri. The young Tajiri loved to explore these areas. He was fascinated by the insects that lived there. Tajiri would spend hours collecting and studying insects. He became known as Dr. Bug to his friends. As Tokyo expanded, Tajiri's natural playground disappeared. He was saddened to see his beloved insects vanish. This experience stayed with him. The urbanization of nature, a fading passion. Urban development rapidly transformed Machida during Tajiri's childhood. The once abundant fields and forests were replaced with buildings and roads. Tajiri witnessed his cherished insect habitats disappear. He felt a sense of loss as his connection to nature dwindled. This urbanization process had a profound impact on Tajiri. He realized that future generations might not have the same opportunities to connect with nature. The idea of capturing and sharing the joy he found in collecting insects began to take root. A new obsession, the rise of arcade games. As a teenager, Tajiri became fascinated with another hobby, video games. He loved spending time in arcades, which were becoming increasingly popular in Japan. Games like Space Invaders and Pac-Man captivated him. He was particularly drawn to the social aspect of gaming. Tajiri was not just a casual player, he was a dedicated enthusiast. He would spend hours in arcades, studying game mechanics and strategies. He even wrote about his passion for video games in self-published gaming magazines. Game Freak's genesis from magazine to development studio. In 1981, at the age of 16, Tajiri created a gaming magazine called Game Freak. The magazine featured game reviews, tips and tricks. It quickly gained a following among video game enthusiasts. Tajiri's passion for video games had turned into a serious endeavor. Tajiri didn't work alone on Game Freak. He collaborated with friends, including Ken Sugimori. Sugimori was a talented artist who designed the magazine's illustrations. This collaboration would prove crucial in the years to come. While working on Game Freak, Tajiri started to develop an idea for a new kind of video game. He envisioned a game where players could collect, train and trade creatures. This idea was inspired by his childhood hobby of collecting insects. Tajiri realized that the Game Boy, with its link cable, was the perfect platform for his idea. The link cable allowed players to connect their Game Boys and trade creatures with each other. This feature was essential to Tajiri's vision. Tajiri's initial concept for the game went through several iterations. One early version was called Capsule Monsters. Tajiri and his team at Game Freak faced numerous technical and financial challenges during development. Despite the difficulties, Tajiri remained committed to his vision. He believed in the potential of his idea to create a unique and engaging gaming experience. He continued to refine the game mechanics and creature designs. Tajiri knew that he needed the support of a major video game company to bring his vision to life. He approached Nintendo, which was already experiencing huge success with its handheld console, the Game Boy. Nintendo saw the potential in Tajiri's idea. They agreed to publish the game, providing much-needed funding and resources. This partnership proved to be a turning point in the development of Pokémon. Assembling the team key collaborators and their roles. The development of Pokémon was a true team effort. Ken Sugimori, who had worked with Tajiri on Game Freak magazine, played a crucial role in designing the iconic Pokémon characters. Junichi Masuda, a talented composer, created the game's memorable music. Each member of the team brought their own unique skills and perspectives to the project. They worked tirelessly to ensure that every aspect of the game, from the gameplay to the music, was polished and engaging. A global phenomenon, Pokémon's launch and impact. Pokémon was released in Japan in 1996. The game, now titled Pocket Monsters, was an instant success. It quickly became a cultural phenomenon, captivating the imaginations of children and adults alike. The success of Pokémon in Japan led to its release in North America and other parts of the world. The game's popularity transcended cultural boundaries, making it one of the most successful video game franchises of all time. Beyond the Game Boy expanding the Pokémon universe, the success of the original Pokémon games led to a vast multimedia franchise. Pokémon expanded beyond video games to include anime, manga, trading cards, toys, and more. The Pokémon universe continued to grow and evolve. Each new iteration of Pokémon introduced new creatures, regions, and gameplay mechanics. Despite these changes, the core elements that made the original game so captivating remained intact. A legacy of innovation and imagination, Pokémon's enduring appeal. Satoshi Tajiri's creation, inspired by his childhood passion for collecting insects, has left an indelible mark on popular culture. Pokémon's enduring appeal lies in its ability to connect with people of all ages and backgrounds. Pokémon's legacy extends beyond entertainment. The franchise has fostered a sense of community and encouraged exploration, both in the real world and in the digital realm. Pokémon continues to inspire and delight audiences worldwide.